Color blindness. Color blindness is a genetic disorder that causes a decreased ability or inability to see color or perceive color differences. Normal color vision requires the use of all three types of light cones correctly and is known as trichromacy. People who are colorblind are usually missing one or more of these cones. It is usually inherited through a mutation in the X chromosome. Although it's unlikely, it has also been proven through human genome mapping that the mutation that causes it can also be present in at least 19 other chromosomes. This is due to other genetic diseases that include colorblindness along with other symptoms, such as cone dystrophy, achromatopsia, and blue cone monochromatism. Colorblindness is most commonly inherited, but it can also be caused by brain damage due to shaken baby syndrome or other physical trauma, or damage to the eyes from ultraviolet light. There are many variations of the illness depending on the person. For example, when colorblindness is inherited, it can be present from birth, or it can appear later on in childhood or adulthood. Also, the level of severity can either be stationary, which means it stays the same, or get gradually worse over time. Sometimes, what starts out as colorblindness can lead to someone being fully legally blind. Since it is carried in the X chromosome, it is more common in males than in females. About 8% of all males are colorblind, whereas only 0.5% of all females. This is due to the fact that males carry only one X chromosome, and all females have two. Therefore, if a woman inherits one X chromosome with the mutation, and the other one that does not, she will not have colorblindness, whereas a man only needs to inherit one X chromosome that carries the mutation. Women are also carriers of colorblindness, so they could be the one to pass it on to the child without even knowing. The two most common types of colorblindness are protanopia and deuteranopia. These two types are usually referred to red-green colorblindness because they both result in difficulties in seeing the difference between shades of reds, yellows, and greens. People who are affected have difficulty discriminating red and green hues due to the absence or mutation of the red or green retinal photoreceptors in the eyes. This is a photo as seen by someone with normal color vision. And here is what the same image would look like to someone who suffers from red-green color blindness. There are also other forms of color blindness which are less common, such as blue-yellow color blindness, which causes difficulty discriminating yellow and blue hues. Or the most rare form, total color blindness, otherwise known as monochromacy, where those affected cannot distinguish any color from different hues of gray, like in a black and white movie. One can be tested for color blindness with tests such as the Ishihara color test, a series of colored spots with a number in the middle that can only be visible to those with normal color vision. There is no way to completely cure color deficiencies, but there are some ways to treat it. Optometrists may sometimes give a color-tinted contact to wear on their non-dominant eye to help them distinguish colors a bit better. Colorblindness may affect certain aspects of life, such as certain occupations, driving, and art. These, however, are not serious, and people affected by colorblindness can usually live their lives completely normally.